Recording in progress.
Okay.
We had been asking my sister and her husband to come visit us for a while. We'd seen very little, we've not seen them at all, of course, for a year and a half when we were still living in La Paz. And they were anxious to do so and finally found a way to come that they could afford. After all, the only real cost they'd have would be the transportation because we were going to handle everything else once they got there. They found an inexpensive flight, which was on a DC-6 prop plane from Miami down through Central America with several stops, eventually over 2 days, I think, finally getting to La Paz. While they were...
This has nothing to do with the story.
Well, but it's just a reflection of the times. Jet travel was relatively new then. DC-6s were still flying. Actually, the Bolivian airline flew DC-6s, and we were on them a number of times. Nonetheless, they got there, and we set up two adventures with them. One was to hike an Inca road into the Andes Mountains. We knew of two of them and wanted to hike this one, which started sort of southwest of La Paz, way up in the mountains, near 16,000 feet, and then went over the mountain ridge and then down towards the east into the Yungas area, down into the jungle. We knew where it began, we knew where it ended, and we arranged to have some friends of ours be at the end route to pick us up and bring us back. And this would be about a 2-day walk, we figured. So Ron St. John, he also had a Toyota Jeep at that point. We bought twin vehicles. He sold his before he left Bolivia. We, of course, drove ours back. And he took us out, dropped us off with our backpacks up somewhere around 16,000 feet. We started walking. I was carrying maybe 35 pounds. You had about 20 pounds.
No idea.
Yeah. Well, I tried to weigh them all, so we knew. Started up this hill. We had to climb first. And we realized we couldn't go about more than 10 yards without sitting down to rest at that altitude. We should have understood that.
You have to explain that your sister and her husband were only in the country, meaning at that altitude.
For a few days.
For a few days, yeah. So the fact that they could even do it is amazing.
Right. But they were very game. And we managed that. It took several hours to get to the Cumbre, the highest point. This is on a road that's paved with flat rocks, with over the road and under the road drainage systems, 500 years old probably, still basically intact except in a few areas where it had washed out, still being used by Indians who were carrying things from the Yungas area up into the Altiplano.
Running.
So, yeah, guy.
We were not running.
Guy running uphill with a big pack on his back. They had some llama pack trains on this road, which were interesting. But we gradually made our way down it was like driving into the Yungas. We started off in snow and came down to bare ground and scrub grass. And as we went down, we came to occasional villages, occasionally saw people on the road or doing things, and it gradually got warmer and wetter.
Reset.